Hello, this is our presentation on NXP Semiconductors Company, and my name is Juju Tapaha-goldtooth.
And my name is Braden Moffett.
And I'm Aiden.
Let's start off by talking about some of the background history of NXP as a company. They were originally formed as a part of the Motorola Company in 1953 as their main producers for semiconductors. And they made microchips for everything from car radios to NASA rockets, even being a part of the communicators that were used by the astronauts. They continued to do this until about 1993 when they were formed as a part of the Philips Electronics Company, primarily making their semiconductor chips. It is around this time period where they began to grow their markets that they were involved in to eventually grow to be too large to be just a subset of one company. And in 2006, they became their own company called NXP Semiconductors. And it is through their constant innovation and problem-solving ability in the markets that they are involved in that has established the relevancy in the current market of today. Their major locations of operation include right here in Chandler, Arizona, where they have a wafer fabrication as well as other significant operations. NXP has a large impact on the microchip market as a whole, and their main market of operation is in the automotive industry, where they provide services such as advanced driver assistance systems, battery and fuel management, as well as performance in vehicles, and of course, their security as well. Their next leading industry is the industrial industry and the Internet of Things industry, where they make things such as smart home and security systems. They also are a large producer of RFID chips, which are the chips in our phones that allow us to use tap to pay, and other communication-based services. Their primary customers include companies such as Apple and Samsung in the technology industry, as well as Continental and Hyundai in the automotive industry. NXP as a company has a very large workforce with a very diverse demographic. In a report from 2024, they had over 33,000 employees, which over 99% of them are full-time workers. Of the new college graduate hires, close to 41% of them are female, with 59% of them being male. And a majority of the jobs provided are indirect labor. Some of the entry-level positions include a semiconductor maintenance technician, whose responsibilities include troubleshooting and repair of electrical and mechanical systems, as well as photo equipment maintenance technician and photolithography equipment technician, which both include preventative and corrective maintenance, as well as upgrading and repairing the equipment.
As for NXP in the news, what this company is most widely known for currently in recent news is that the NXP recently had an unbalanced stock of semiconductors due to the unpredictable demand market. And I'm specifically referring to the post-pandemic, where there was a huge surge of demand for semiconductors for vehicles and technology like tablets and iPads. But however, this interest slowly dwindled into negative percentages. This is because after the pandemic was done, this demand for all these devices were not much needed. So all these excess chips were not needed. And it wasn't just NXP. Many companies had excess stock of chips. And this will stay for a while until the demand for cars or these other devices increases. And next, onto the focus of AI for this company. During the CES 2017 event at the Las Vegas Convention Center, many microchip companies like NXP showcased their automated vehicle innovations. At this convention, NXP, they highlighted their focus on safety and accuracy when it came to their autonomous driving systems. And they specifically mentioned the use of high-performance sensors, powerful detections, and efficient cloud connectivity. And it's evident that NXP really wants to implement the use of autonomous technology with the use of AI to produce a safer driving experience. Next, we can look at the strengths, challenges, and opportunities that we can see from this company. So a good example of this is on July 9th of this year, the NXP company reported its newest relative strength rating, or RS, of 75. And previously, their rating was 63. And this grade rating, what it means, it basically shows a stock's price behavior holding compared to other stocks in the database over a period of 52 weeks. And actually, NXP is ranked number 7 amongst other electronic semiconductor manufacturers. Some companies included are Macton Tech Solutions, MTSI, and the Taiwan Semiconductor Company. And a challenge that we can see here is whether or not NXP is able to maintain this RS rating. But fortunately enough, there is an opportunity out of this. So NXP could continue with their current moves because apparently it's working. They were able to boost their rating to 75 from a previous 63. Or they could possibly look at their competitors and see what their game plans are, see what's working for them and what's not, and they can choose whether to fix and improve upon their plan of action.
So the implications of national security and the CHIPS Act, well, as vehicles become more autonomous, they become more vulnerable to cyber attacks. Due to more technologically advanced systems like automated driving systems, cyber attacks in these spaces are growing more prevalent, with the automotive manufacturing supply chain emerging as the primary target of criminals. An XP solution is to collaborate with VIG1 to integrate AI into the automotive industry and use AI-enabled chips to detect and stop threats before they can do harm to people, vehicles, their data, or company images. This aligns with the CHIPS Act because it maintains and strengthens national security by making systems safer, while simultaneously advancing in semiconductor innovation and technology with AI and ability. So if we look at these charts, we know that 55% of NXP's revenue comes from the automotive industry. If we look to the chart at the right, we can see that the automotive chip market is growing. This means that the demand will also grow. But on the left, we can see that there is a cost for cyber attacks with data leakage, system downtime, and ransomware damage. The total cost of these cyber attacks go up as the years go on by. In 2024, it hits an all-time high at $22.5 billion from cyber attacks. This is what NXP is using AI-enabled chips for, to detect and stop these threats and hopefully mitigate the costs of cyber attacks in the automotive industry. So 2 questions we might ask an interviewer that would show that we researched the company of NXP are: with NXP integrating AI in the automotive industry for safety and cybersecurity as we've seen, where do you see AI having the greatest impact for NXP in the future, just in safety and cybersecurity or other aspects as well? Another question we could pose is, as AI becomes more active in safety and security, how does NXP know or make sure that AI-enabled chips are reliable, especially since AI can act and be unpredictable? Because AI systems are just learning models that don't really think or reason like we do. They go off of data to make decisions. So an AI might not recognize a tactic used by a hacker, which could create a risk in the safety and security of people in the company. Conclusion: well, one interesting fact is that Honeywell and NXP will have an expanded partnership that allows AI-driven aerospace technology that helps the operational efficiency of managing flights and planning flights. So final takeaways: NXP is a leader in the semiconductor industry. They use AI to advance and innovate systems in cybersecurity. NXP uses AI in collaborations or partnerships with other companies to align with the CHIPS Act and improve security. NXP also gives opportunities for employees to work on their technology and grow, even at the entry level.